What is going on, everybody? It's the Firestorm. We're back again with another Elestrals Divine Champions reveal reaction here as we have Hermes versus Zeus starter decks. This is day 24 of the 25 days of the Elestrals Divine Champions Firestorm reveals. Let's get into this.
This is where it's at. The Hermes versus Zeus double starter deck bundle throwing down for Firestorm. Let's take a look.
All right.
If you missed yesterday's reveal, we broke down the Hestia versus Poseidon starter deck bundle, which is insane, featuring an amazing bear deck and another deck that allows you to turbo into Majesty with your Poseidon and do massive amounts of damage. Majorsa versus Poseidon throwing down there. And today, we're looking at the Voltempest versus Carryoff, Zeus versus Hermes starter deck. It is going to be crazy. We're going to have a ton of fun taking a look at all of the amazing cards and things that you get in this incredible starter deck. So make sure you get those pre-orders in for Firestorm at shopelestrals.com. You get awesome bonuses like the Stellar Exaltair, Champion of Hermes, which is going to go really nicely in this deck. And we're going to take a look at all of these awesome cards and do a breakdown right now. I'll tell you guys what, I am super stoked about this product. We packed in so much value to making this such a great experience for both the new players and the veteran players alike. And this thing is loaded with incredible cards and opportunities, and a new adventure awaits. So we've got the Carryoff starter deck. These are a double starter deck bundle, so you're going to get two amazing starter decks. The Carryoff starter deck, which is going to revolve around your Hermes, sending your Elestrals to the underworld and activating powerful effects. And you've also got your Voltempest here, which is incredibly powerful with the Champions of Zeus. And Zeus has proven to be a devastating threat in the metagame. So this deck and the Hermes deck are looking to be incredibly powerful. And of course, you get the incredible posters and playmats, which I'll show you guys in just a second. And 4 booster packs in every single starter deck. I mean, we are talking about such a great experience, being able to open up your starter decks, have a chance at Stellars. There's 4 particular Stellars you can pull out of your starter deck, so better chances than ever. And you get the 4 booster packs, which also have a chance of getting Stellars, a chance of getting Hollows. Like, it's the same pull rates as everything else, so we keep that across the board, so you're gonna have a great experience with those packs here. And just 25 bucks, man. I'm just so proud because we worked so hard to bring.
I do like the fact that they have the pool rates for Stellars are the same in booster boxes, blister packs, and the starter deck packs, because those other game companies out there, other TCGs that probably wouldn't do something like that. The fact that Elestrals does that for their fans and for their players is something that should be appreciated.
Bring this to life and make sure we can give you guys the best deal possible. Let me show you these posters and let's crack open these decks and break it all down. I tell you what, I love these posters, man. They look so good. I really think you guys should frame them, for real. Frame them up and have them in your room. We've got the incredible teaching playmat here. I love these things, man. Such a great product by the team. Big shouts to them. But this is going to give you the rundown. This is what actually we send to local game stores as an actual playmat, so they can kind of teach their players. So this is going to be super handy for you guys. And of course, the other playmat as well. Obviously, you're getting 2 playmats and 2 posters, so just a great experience. You can share these SDs with your friends.
Again, I said yesterday, I would have liked if the playmats on the other side would. I know they have the thing on there, but since we're in Firestorm, we're not in base set anymore. I would have loved if we just would have had the Firestorm logo in the middle with like the black background and the stuffs on top of it. That's just my thoughts.
Friends, your brothers, sisters, cousins, whoever it is, it's a great time to get involved in Elestrals, or you could just hog them to yourself, to be honest.
Imagine getting both of them and having all the posters just sitting back here, like just on this wall. That would be sick.
And make an awesome deck with both decks, or have 2 decks to play if you want to teach a friend. It's legitimately going to open the door for you guys to be able to teach new people the game in such a super cool way. I'm very excited. Let's take a look at the decks. All right, so now we're going to break down the Hermes starter deck, which is a ton of fun to play. A lot of really cool cards that you can activate in this deck. Carryoff is going to be your main guy to destroy your opposing Elestrals. This card essentially functions like an earthquake searched out of your deck with Hermes. Very powerful. Carryoff is such a great target because it allows you to special ascend it to the field after being dumped to your underworld by Hermes effect, and you can use a spirit from your underworld to cast it, so it ends up reducing the cost of Hermes. Cockatoodle is a card to look out for because I do believe the Draco Doodle strategy will be very strong, as every time your Draco Doodle is sitting in your underworld and your Cockatoodle goes down, you're able to bring your Draco Doodle back, and that's very strong. And Exaltair, a prime target of your Hermes Trickery, which we'll talk about here in a little bit, but this card can come back from the underworld and stay alive through any battle. And if Hermes is on the field, it's sitting at 6 attacks, so it becomes an immediate threat that the opponent must out. Your Spine Imps are going to search out your Hermes and give you an opportunity to special ascend into your Spinosect under certain conditions. And this
is where it gets really weird, because I did look at the deck list on the Shop Elestral, and it's like The wind pretty much stops here, and now it goes into an earth deck. Hermes has got a really weird deck where the other ones are pretty much just water, fire, and I believe thunder. This one's earth, like lunar, and wind for the carry off, then wind, and then wind, earth, earth. Like, what is
Bias
this?
that can bounce back cards to your opponent's hand, and Nexus once it goes down. You've got Ardbud here to search out because you've actually got quite a few Insectoids in the deck. You've got your Carrion, of course you've got your Spectrus, which will showcase, so some really cool cards that you're going to want to be able to search out with your Ardbuds here, and Ardvarum pairs nicely with those Insectoids. And Insectoids being incredibly relevant in the metagame gives Ardvarum a little bit more opportunity to shine as well if you wanted to build out like an Ant-Titan deck. And then we've got the Carrions here, of course. Those are very awesome when paired with the original Carry-Off, and you can utilize both Carrions to activate this Carry-Off's effect, which can be special cast out to the field when your Carrion is taken down. You've got your Toxiswarm and another Cockadoodle, the Frostfall Cockadoodle, which will give you an opportunity to activate that Dracodoodle's effect again. And then Spectrus, obviously a very powerful lunar card in the metagame. Moving forward, we've got our Hermies here, which is going to allow you to send those Wind Elestrals to the Underworld. You can send any Wind Elestral, so you can send a Blizztrix and then rise it. You can send your Carry-Off to be able to destroy things. You can send your Dracodoodle turn 1 to be able to then set up for your Cockadoodle. Your Caduceus of Hermes, this is a really interesting card that I think has some super cool implications in some other decks like Hydrake, but you can utilize it to bring back some Elestrals from the Underworld. You've got your Talaria of Hermes, which enables draw power and additional searching resources, and your Hermes Trickery, which I think is going to be one of the coolest cards to explore in this deck by destroying your own Elestral and bringing back something else from your Underworld. And I think the real key implication here with Hermes Trickery is how you kind of counter your opponent's play. They go to Earthquake your Elestral and you Trickery them to the Underworld and then bring something else back.
Yeah, you Earthquake, or you like they resting, you go, oh, I'm going to play Hermes Trickery. Yeah, in the Underworld, I got another one back. Or if they shield it, you can go Hermes Trickery. And it's just, Hermes Trickery is going to, I feel like, is going to be a very annoying card for anybody not playing Wind.
Very cool stuff. We've got Island of Aeolia here, obviously your stadium. Always important to have those to buff your Elestrals. And Tornado can be really crucial, I think. There's an opportunity for this card to really shine in certain decks because of the prevalence, presumably, of new Divine Runes into the game. Earthquake, a reliable removal tool, and Dense Fog can suppress your opposing Elestrals, primarily useful against Nexus threats. Ambrosia is going to give you that healing potential, and Drops of Leaf will help you shuffle your hand around, giving you opportunities to find more cards. This strategy really requires Hermes to be successful in a lot of ways, so being able to have that consistency is important. And Rise from the Ashes is just a really strong card to bring your Elestrals back if you do send something to the Underworld. You've got the 2 Altar of Stars, very cool for some Nexus plays in this deck.
Wow, getting 2 Altar Stars this time instead of just 1. Crazy.
You've got the opportunity to utilize some really cool position changing there, and Spy Nymph really appreciates that. You've got the Karen's Obel here, which can thematically put into the deck, of course, but can...
Hey, who's using Karen's Obel at all? Like, I think I've had it in my deck one time because I was short on Counter Runes, and it was just another Counter Rune to play at the time. But man, a Karen's Obel, I don't think I'd ever see anybody actually want to use that, because obviously it just lets you draw a card if your opponent does an Elestral destroyed in battle.
Generate some resources, getting some draw power, and then your Gorgon's Gaze, a very incredible staple card that basically says no to whatever your opponent wants to do. Generally, this is a card that people are very excited about. We've got, obviously, your Wind Spirits here, and then moving forward, you got a couple Alloons to be able to utilize that carry-off effect, or your Dense Fogs, your Spectrus, and then you've got a little bit of Earth here to take care of your Spinosect, your Spy Nymph, and your Earthquake. So that's your deck. You got the carry-off and Hermes deck, super fun. I think this deck is only a few cards away from being like a really optimized Cockadoodle Dracodoodle deck, and I think that card and that deck has a lot of potential. But that's what I'm super stoked about. I love this deck. And then we're gonna take a look at the Zeus deck now, because this deck is very, very strong and has some of the best cards in Firestorm for sure. The second half of the Hermes versus Zeus starter deck is, of course, the Champions of Zeus, bringing his Voltempest with some serious power. This card can hit the field when a Champion of Zeus goes down if you have no other Elestrals on the field, and it hits with 14 attack. A very powerful card. You've got your Elichic Champion of Zeus, which is going to get power buffs when your Zeus is on the field. Very strong. Griffuse, I think, is going to be a big card to watch out for in Firestorm, because it can hit the field very easily.
I'm pretty sure he made sure he didn't have any Stellars in any one of those, but it would have been hilarious if he would have opened one of these and there would have been a Stellar inside. Or he found the Stellar and he took it out so we couldn't see it.
on your Champions of Zeus and put down a big threat, 6 attack, but also dropping your opponent's attacks by 3. So that's going to be really big. And then Fulgaris provides you with rune destruction and a powerful attacker.
I don't see a reason to use Fulgaris.
Titanic Strike, I believe, is going to be one of the strongest cards in Firestorm personally. This card can search out a Thunderstorm, which is very reliable, and is a strong 4/4. This stat line is very powerful in Elestrals, in my opinion.
Those are 4/4s now.
We've got Elechik here coming in. There is 2 copies. As to note, Elechik currently on the restricted list to 1 copy. When you have a starter deck, if you do not change it at all, the starter deck is still legal if you were to play like a casual event or play a tournament. So you can do that, but I do want to make a note. If you make changes to this deck at the current moment, Elechik is limited to 1, so you would need to remove that. I wish, you know, we could have that foresight sometimes, but we work swiftly with the decisions, and manufacturing ends up being quite a few months out. So just a note there. We've got the Griffews from base set, so this deck can...
You get base set Voltempest. Oh my goodness. Having both of those on the field would be nightmarish. I don't like base set Voltempest because of its immunity with Zeus on the field. The other Voltempest is fine because you can out it in multiple different ways that you can't this base set Voltempest.
Function in getting out your big Voltempest champion of Zeus, but it also can function to give you the base set Voltempest, which is very strong. We've got the Griffews here. You can Nexus, Thunder, and Wind from a Divine Rune, and then you can special and turbo into your Voltempest. Very strong. This Voltempest can burn your opponents, and the real only counter this thing is a Shield of Achilles. So when this thing hits the field, a lot of the time, this card is going to be very, very strong. Electrifly can search out your Thunder Elestrals, and Magnaros can give you some searching for the Zeus's Call, which is a really important card. Jolton gives you Stadium Control, a very reliable card.
I don't know. It feels like there's a lot more Elestrals in this pack than there is in the other 3 decks.
Card in Thunder, and Astrabit, many consider to be the best card in the game. Maybe not so much in Firestorm, we'll see, but Astrabit is still a very, very strong.
Until you limit Astrabit to 1 copy, which is hopefully will never happen, this card is always going to be good because it gives you the immunity to like not having to show your opponent one of the top 3 cards that you pick from your deck. This card is going to be good, should be good for a very long time. There is no reason why you should not have one of these in your deck.
Card being able to provide incredible resource generation for the Thunder element. Your OG Titanic Strike pairs very nicely with Thunderstorm as a form of removal, and Galaxair has proven to be a really powerful card in the metagame. This card coming in at 2 copies, I think
so many
is a
more
great
Elestrals in this
to
one.
play with this card because it can be very devastating to opponents for swapping their stats. So that's a super cool card to look out for. You could swap your own team's stats as well, which is super cool. Couple Zeus, so that
is a sick new art for Zeus. I'm going to say right now, Zeus has probably one of the worst base set card arts out there. So finally getting his just due with this new card art, I think it's justice. They're doing Zeus justice this time. This makes Zeus look great. The base set, nah, it looks terrible. I would hope to see like hundreds of these cards compared to base set, and just swap out and get rid of the base sets and get these ones.
That's a very strong card, obviously reducing opponent's attack and defense. Your Thunderbolt.
Who's using Thunderbolt of Zeus? Be honest. Who's using Thunderbolt of Zeus?
Bolt of Zeus is your artifact, and then you've got your Zeus's Call here. Zeus's Call going to be able to search out your Champions of Zeus. This is a very good card because it allows you to get your Voltempest or your Griffews. You've got your Mount Olympus here, searchable with your Joltons, and you've got your 2 Race to the Top. Again, another card that's currently limited in the game to 1 copy. So if you do end up making any modifications to this deck, you'll need to take out one of these. But
well, obviously, if you're going to modify this deck, you have 2 spots that you have to open with 1 Elechik, 1 base set Elechik, obviously, and 1 Race to the Top. You take those out and you put new cards in.
If you play it as is, you can keep them in. You've got your Thunderstorm here, but this is going to pair very nice with Mount Olympus. Your Thunderstorms here, this is going to be your key form of removal, and I think that the Zeus deck is going to be very powerful because of this. So many decks are going to rely on Divine Runes in their face-down back row. With prevalence of Hurricane, Thunderstorm, I think, has a very good chance to shine in the metagame upcoming for Thunder. Tsunami, of course, a reliable way to
Speaking of Hurricane,
switch things to defense and stop opponents' attacks. And then you've got the Hurricane here, a very, very nice card being added into this, being able to wipe back row on all sides of the field in an element that is already comfortable since you're running the Tsunamis and the Wind for your Voltempest. We've got the Ambrosias here to heal up, and your Circle the Sky for some Nexus shenanigans. Always nice with Astrabit to be able to get that draw and that look. Nectar of the Gods, a very reliable way to draw some cards and kind of execute the strategy, you really want to find that Zeus early and put the pressure on right away. And you got your Pandora's Box for search, very nice against the Hermies deck, which is looking to search this deck very frequently. And then a couple poison tipped arrows, a very, very strong counter rune that is going to be able to devastate opponents when they cast their Elestrals. You've got your Thunder Spirits here, and you've got your Winds and your Waters to wrap it up to be able to activate all of those awesome cards.
Do you not have
Hurricane.
Wait, do you not have any Earth Spirits in this deck? Oh wait, this is the wrong one. That's that one, yeah.
Like your Thunderstorms,
never mind, that was the other deck,
Tsunamis,
that's right.
And of course, getting out your big Voltempest.
This one?
And tell me this playmat does.
I will say it did feel like there were way more Elestrals in the Zeus deck than the Hermes, Hestia, or Poseidon deck. It just felt like there were more Elestrals.
Doesn't look super duper sick. So we've obviously got the 2 amazing playmats you guys can pick up as well. The Voltempest with the Zeus playmat, and of course the Hermes with the carry-off playmat. Both of them are absolutely incredible. This playmat may be my favorite one of all of them. It looks so good, dude. So sick. The colors just looked incredible, man. Now, I've noted with these starter decks, there's an opportunity for you to get more Stellars than ever before. We've got 2 starter decks in each bundle, which means double the chances of getting a Stellar. Absolutely nuts. Both starter decks have a chance at the X of 99 Stellar Rare or the Reverse Stellar. Each starter deck has an opportunity to do so. So that's really epic because you guys are going to get some sick pulls. We've got the X out of 99 Stellar Carry-On in the Hermes starter deck, which is amazing. I love this card. This card is definitely going to be really big in Hermes decks. And then you've got the X out of 99 Stellar Elichick in the Zeus's deck.
Obviously.
So you're going to have that opportunity to...
Well, obviously, Elichick and Carry-On were going to be getting Stellars again, because they have plushies that are Stellars. So you're going to get them Stellars too.
Grab that Elichick, which is so boosted up by Zeus. Very cool stuff. And then there's signature runes, the Reverse Stellar Hermes Trickery in Hermes decks. I think that card looks awesome, and I really love that card. It's so fun to play. One of the coolest cards, in my opinion, in the set. And then we've got the Reverse Stellar Zeus's Call, which is going to be a very important card for the Champion of Zeus decks, just because it provides so much reliability and not only getting into your Voltempest, but if you need your Titanic Strike to search your Thunderstorm, it really enables a lot of really cool plays, deck thinning, and other opportunities. And these Reverse Stellars are going to be super sick in your starter decks. It is worth noting, though, that the way the starter decks are set up is that if you're going to get a Reverse Stellar in the starter deck, you're not going to get another Stellar on the other side. That's to maximize the amount of...
What you want to bet somebody's going to actually pull a Stellar in both decks. I guarantee you at least 1 or 2 people who open these starter decks are going to get Stellars in both sides. It just happens.
People that actually get to experience one of these Stellars. So if everything is done right manufacturing-wise, that's how it's going to shake out. So I just want to be really upfront about that. But it's going to be really awesome. And for $24.99, you're getting 2 incredible starter decks loaded with staples. You get really cool strategies that you can explore. 4 chances of getting a Stellar, which is insane. And then, of course, you got the 4 booster packs, the playmats. What an experience. Super excited to get these into your hands, guys, because I really believe our starter decks are insane, and they're going to be so sick for us moving forward in Elestrals. We've also got insane card sleeves. So if you are a Hermes and Carry-Off fan or a Voltempest and Zeus fan, you can grab these. These card sleeves come with 2 different designs inside. So you got 60 of the Hermes and Carry-Off, and then you've got 40 of the Lycoris on the back, and vice versa. You've got the 60 of the Voltempest Zeus, and then you've got 40 of the Zapdos. So you can sleeve your main deck and Spirit deck. These are awesome, and they are the perfect addition to go with those playmats, which are beautiful. So definitely pick up some card sleeves. Our new matte card sleeves feel so much better. I think you guys are gonna really dig them. And don't you forget about plushies. I've got a Stellar Elichick here, and I would show you guys the regular Elichick and the Carry-On and Carry-Off, but my son took the Elichick, and I sent the Carry-On and Carry-Off to my man Brandon, because he's the homie and he loves Carry-Off. So I've only got the Stellar Elichick to show you for this one, but these plushies are amazing, man. I tell you what, these are incredible. And don't forget, there is a chance for you to get a Stellar plushie like this Stellar Elichick here. Approximately 1 in 10 plushie orders will come with an additional Stellar. So very, very awesome stuff. I'm excited about them. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a good time with those. And I'm telling you, super high quality as he falls down, but he does stay. He's gonna stay. Make sure you guys show some love. Get your pre-orders in, shopelestrals.com. We got the plushies. The starter decks are insane. Tons of amazing cards.
And that is the 24th day of the 25 days of Divine Champions Firestorm. We have 1 day left, which I'm pretty sure is going to be Stellars, and that's basically it. All the full arts, all the Elestrals, all the runes, everything else has been revealed except for a couple Stellars. That's basically all there is left to do. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button, comment down below, like or dislike this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 25. Until then, my name is Alphonse, and I'll see you guys later.